In my work, I attempt to examine the human condition. I draw the inspiration for my sculptures from rock art images from around the globe. I frequently visit specific rock art sites to study the pictographs and petroglyphs firsthand. I paint my images using crushed and powdered glass. A few years ago, I developed the process that enables me to place these images inside the cast glass with a fair amount of precision. I used to do all this strictly by hand. I would sprinkle this crushed glass onto the steel surface and then manipulate it with paintbrushes. And then I saw a National Geographic special about Tibet. And the Tibetan monks were using these metal tubes to sprinkle powdered pigment to make their images. What interests me about these is the way that these images, these characters, act in ways that we still do nowadays. They seem to have relevance that is not specific to any particular time or place. A true challenge in working in this manner is that it is impossible to change the images once they are laid down. At 2200 degrees, there is no erasing and no second guessing. I primarily choose my images on a visual level. The figures and characters appeal to me graphically, as drawings, as well as conceptually, as stories or fragments of stories. At times I combine images from different cultures, ages, and locations to highlight similarities that bridge a vast gulf of time and space. In addition to the circular sculptures, I have been working on a series of pieces that are based on the shapes of animal skulls and mandibles. The placement of the drawings is quite a challenge in these irregularly shaped sculptures. Here is the lion's jawbone. At 23 inches long, it is about twice life size. All the images inside the sculptures are from sites in Africa. This is Porcus indomitus, the wild boar. This finally is Titanus. Titanus walleri is an extinct giant bird that lived in Central and South America when the first humans arrived on the continent. At 2 feet long, this piece is life-size. Most of the images inside are from the Southwest. The rolled pieces, the tribal vessels, came from the desire to add an additional sculptural element to my work. Not to mention the fact that the process is totally insane and the most exciting thing that I have ever done with hot glass. We pour out an 1¼ inch thick slab of glass that measures 40 by 22 inches. While it is still over 1900 degrees hot, we roll it into a cylinder. It's like a combination hula and rodeo with over 100 pounds of glass that occupies a team of 6 for over an hour. My background is in both printmaking and sculpture. The idea of layering of information, this stacking of images, heralds back to my days as a printmaker. In the prints, I would work with successive layers of images, one on top of the other. In glass, I find that I can do the same layering effect three-dimensionally. On some pieces, I set a small casting onto the surface of the main pour while it is still hot. The two castings fuse, creating a foreground to the middle and backgrounds that are inside the casting. The effect is that of looking at a glass book and being able to see all the pages at the same time.
I think we're okay, I don't know.
The money's way too hot, the whole thing's way hot.
Okay, that's good, that's good. Hot's good.